pretty much testing out the webcam, see if it works good, see if it works properly, seeing how the sound dynamics are working off the microphone from the webcam. And I'm just kind of doing a different area that I'm posting up in, trying to see what it feels like, what it looks like. So it's nothing serious right now, just testing out the waters and seeing if it sounds good. I don't even know if it's going to sound good. It may not even sound proper. So I'm just trying to see where I'm at right here, what it looks like on the view of the computer as well. So not sure how this is going to look, and not sure if it's going to look very well from the spectrum of light to this. I got just a comic book strip, comic book story basically just playing in the background. But basically, the content that I'm making isn't about politics. Content that I'm making right throughout my YouTube channel really has nothing to do with politics. There might be one or two that has something about 2 years ago, I think, or a year ago, with a political view, but it was nothing left or right. I'm neither. So this is kind of a test too, just to see what the webcam and what the sounds like as well. But that's basically I want to get on here and talk about that as well. Is there's no left, there's no right. This is pretty much entertainment that I'm trying to put together. I don't go off of views because something is trending. I'm not a trending type of guy. I've never been a trending type of guy. I kind of make my own trends, even if they're like not trendy. So that's another thing that I want to bring up to my YouTube channel and what I'm gonna do in the whole premises of my YouTube channel is nothing to be political, nothing to be trending about, nothing of that nature. Maybe even probably a bit mediocre at times, but that's fine because sometimes I need mediocre in our life. There's just so much over drama news. Um, Even political views have been kind of in the drama spectrum. So I'm really trying not to go in that area. I may talk a little bit about a couple of things that I feel that are a little out of whack, or what has happened in the past that adds up to what adds up to right now. But that is nothing that I have as a biased view or interpretation of my own. It's just what I see and I interpret and then I spit out. There's nothing that I internalize and put myself in left and right. So never, never, never is that ever going to be a left or a right. If I do happen to speak out on some political views, so a little hypocritical right there on what I said. A little bit of hypocritical, but who isn't hypocritical? So if it does pop out, it's just because something that I read or came across line and whatever. But right now, basically, is what I'm trying to do is just see what it looks like, what it sounds like. I'm not even too sure if it's going to sound good. I'm not even too sure if it's going to be good or anything. And it's just a webcam that I just bought, hooked up, doing a different area. Like I said, my hat area. This is my hat area that I have. My little dude's his little 23. When he was a little guy. But yeah, I have the black light going, different little spectrums of light that I'm trying to use to see if it's okay. And if this area doesn't look good, I'll use a different area that I have. I have different walls, have the little studio lab I can use as well. But I don't really like to use that anymore. So many different, I want to say, so many different creators just, use their MPC pads in their studio or their little setups and start doing their music. And that's cool, but man, I feel like I kind of end up in that same category as a dime a dozen. I love doing that. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not hating on none of that, but I feel like so many different people have gotten up an MPC pad, and everybody wants to be an MPC pad warrior, which I live this life, the studio, the music, underground life. I'm really underground artist. I don't Never collaborated with nobody. Maybe one time, that's it. But throughout my whole, since 2010 that I've been creating music, producing my own music, I never collabed with anybody. Learn from like other homies how to use my studio setup that I previously had. I had a lot of different studio setups. This is the mini version of what I used to have previously, but this is the best one I believe I have. But I've had whole garage areas dedicated to my studio and things of that nature. Work with local labels and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to use a different area, different spectrum of my apartment that I have. I have another area in the living room that I want to use too as well, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to use those areas yet. I first thought, how could I come up with an area and create this little individual area to see how the spectrum of sound is going to sound on this microphone from here to here, and see what the webcam is actually going to be able to pick up, because it has a lot of shadows. Once I upgrade on my webcam, you'll probably be able to see a little bit more in depth. And then maybe sometimes too, I'll put my actual art behind me so you can see what I do with my art. That's another spectrum of what I do. Many different layers of what I do. I don't want to go into each individual layer right now because that's too much. It'd be like ADHD trying to throw something all at you at one time, and OCD and all that. I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm trying to do is just get a general area that I want to use on a constant basis so I can get up here and just start talking, and really talking mainly of what added up to where I am today and how I got here, because I always wasn't here. There's a lot of waves in my life that I had to get to where I'm at right now, which I'm very fortunate to get to where I'm at right now. So, but I guess I just had to get up on here, had to cut myself off. So, big but, but I just had to get up on here and see if this area is gonna, work. I didn't think it was really gonna work. I was thinking to myself, it's kind of too dim area. It's like a dim lit area. I don't think this camera is gonna pick it up, but it actually is. I could actually see from here to view what my on my laptop, on my desktop or whatever. I do a studio area that I can actually see myself. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, but I was like, you know what? Let's project something in the back as well to see if it'll be all right. But mainly, I really don't get up on my YouTube channel with my own theories or conspiracies or trends. I really don't want to do that, because why do that? Everybody does that. I always try to stay away from what everybody does, and that is probably the hardest thing to do, is do your own thing. I know you guys constantly are seeing the same old thing that I'm seeing on my Facebook, on my Instagram, YouTube. I know what you're seeing, because I'm seeing the same thing, and it gets overwhelming. Keep saying the same thing, and you know what I'm talking about. That same thing. I don't even want to bring up their names, so everybody brings it up. But here's an idea for all creators. I don't know if anybody's listening. I'm looking at the corner of my screen to see if the lighting is okay, so I'm not really looking to see if people are actually listening, and I'll probably just keep up the video. And I might be stuttering a little bit because I'm going off the top of my head. But here's an idea for creators. Let's take back YouTube the way it used to be. Everybody shouldn't just be talking about the same thing, about the JE. Okay, I don't even want to say the name because I'm tired of seeing it. The JE name, the DT name, okay, in the files. You know what I'm talking about. Why don't we just stay on a different creative level? Why can't Like somebody just actually take a chance on their YouTube channel and do something that you want to do. I see so many creators. I know that you're just sitting there in your YouTube channel wanting to do your own thing, but you don't. You stay in a lane because it's trending, and I'm tired of that. That trending lane took a lot of you good YouTubers that I used to watch. I don't no longer watch you because you're so in the trying to be in the trending lane. That's taken away from your authenticity of your YouTube channel. The authenticity that you used to bring to your YouTube channel is no longer there. And I'm going to say this again, the authenticity of your YouTube channel is no longer there because you feel the need that your YouTube channel might not succeed because because of the trending things might overcrowd your YouTube channel. Well, I hate to inform you, as a YouTube person that watches a lot of YouTube, YouTube is like, I like YouTube. That's my go-to. I used to watch a lot of different things. And that's how I used to be like, oh, intrigued about all these little different areas. Even if it was a conspiracy theory or if it was truth, uncovering truth or whatever it may be. I'm kind of like, nah, I'm not feeling you guys anymore. I'm not feeling any of your YouTube channels anymore. You're going with the trending thing. That's why I go my own way and take a chance. Even though I might only have 543 YouTube or subscribers, I still take the chance of my own and do my own thing. And here's another thing that I want to say about my YouTube channel that I don't bring up at all. When you see my short videos are AI. Most of them are AI. There's a couple that I did that I drew, maybe one or two, maybe three or four. I don't know. I can't remember. But the most of them that are the faces and all that, because I usually just use faces. I use the last one of Tupac. Yes, they are AI. But somebody had mentioned in the comments, they go, this is AI generated. And then somebody had corrected that person. They said, yes, it might be AI. But it's they're real voices. I always use real voices. I'll never alternate a voice. That is shameful for anybody that also is using AI to alternate a voice. For me, to use AI correctly would be to use somebody's voice that was already there and not cut it up to make it feel the need to go with my necessary trending need. I don't do that. I try to give the truth all the time in my videos. So I don't chop up anybody's thing. It might be cut short because I can't get more than what I have on what I'm producing on and cutting and editing my videos with, because there's only certain lengths that I can do that because it's really truthful of what I'm doing. I'm not using alternate things to alternate voices. Okay, I'm using truthful things that add up. It might be AI, but it's sometimes things that they've said on the radio that you don't see their voices. So I grab a picture, or sometimes the AI is good enough to make that picture, and I collab the two. So it's something that they really said, and I collab the face. Try to get the face as perfect as I can, even if it is AI, and I want to make something AI out of it, something funny or something, Cat Williams or something like that, AI with a funny face. But it's all truthful is what he's saying. Tupac saying, anybody saying in those videos, that's what they're actually saying. It's nothing cut. It might be short, but that's what it is with that. And see, I'm over here knocking my guy down. Jeez, I'm knocking. Like this guy. It's a cool dude. Cool dude. Oh yeah, here. Since I knocked that down, I guess that's always a cool thing that I like doing is my old comics. I don't know if you can see that. Bam. But yeah. Okay. Let's see if it made anything, and we'll see what we did.